Hey, how's it going? Welcome to Software Basics. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how I resolve this message where it tells you your store's uploads directory is browsable via the web. So basically, this message is in relation to WordPress and WooCommerce especially. And you can see here, if I try to dismiss this message, it still just stays there. Now, I had this as well with one of my other clients' websites, which is also built on WordPress. And I noticed this seems to happen with the latest WooCommerce update that I've done for both websites. Now, I noticed that first of all, when I actually click this link to browse via the web, I can see that it actually isn't browsable. It doesn't show up at all. If it was browsable, I'd be able to access that. And I know this for a fact as well because I have directory indexing turned off. So basically what that means, well, the server won't list any of the contents in the directory if it doesn't have an index.html or PHP or, a directory file. You can see I have this link, which is the client's domain, and then it says /assets and /images. Now, normally if you have directory listing, it will show up, and you can see this if I go back to cPanel. Oh, by the way, cPanel is just what I use as the panel for controlling the server. If you come up to the top right and type in indexes, you can see it comes up and it brings you here. And obviously for most websites, the public HTML is where the website lives. If we go in there, you can see that's how I got here, and I always turn it off for all servers that I work with. So if I actually set the default and save, and then I refresh this link, you can see it actually lists the content of the directory. So I know for a fact that this is definitely not browsable. So it doesn't matter where you go on the website, I don't have directory indexing available unless you actually turn it on in one of your htdocs files. So what I mean by that is if we go to our WordPress root directory, so basically where the WordPress site and all its contents live, you can see I have it installed under a subdirectory. And if we open this htaccess file, you can see here I also have options all -indexes. This basically disables directory indexing. So those are the two things that you can do first of all to try and resolve that. Now, if you're like me where you're actually still getting the message regardless of whether you have indexing turned off, well then to me that's a false positive. So now let's go ahead and show you the last resort, which is basically going to the WooCommerce plugin and solving it from there. So to get there, what you need to do is open WP content, then go to plugins, then go to WooCommerce, then go to includes, then go to admin, and then we need to look for the PHP file that says class-wc-admin-notices. So you can see that file is just right here. If I double click on that, again, this opens up in my text editor. So when I compared this one with another client who has WooCommerce and I haven't updated their WooCommerce yet, one thing I noticed is that this particular variable within this array, it doesn't exist. And I noticed that this issue is coming from a particular function. So if we take this variable and I do a Control F, just so I can find out all the locations that it's available. So you can see it has 6 locations available. And if I feed through all of that, I think it's the next one, number 4. So basically this function is where it checks whether the directory is protected or not. And if it is, it basically just returns, it goes in here, it removes the notice, and then it just returns and leaves it. If not, then it runs this PHP file, which basically gives us this message that we're getting up here. Now, the way I disabled it is to just simply comment this out. So you can put in 2/ and then just simply save the file. Now, if I refresh, you can see the message doesn't show up anymore. Now, once I have this commented out, what I'm going to do is actually just clear my cache. Now, I'm using WP fastest cache to basically manage the cache on this particular client's website. Then once the cache is cleared out, I'm just going to simply log out and then head back over to this side and uncomment this out and do Control S to save, and then I'll just log back in. Now you can see when I log back in, the message doesn't display anymore. Very strange. I don't know exactly why that seems to work, but after digging deep and getting to this particular function, that is basically how I got to resolve this. Now what I've gone ahead and done is opened up the exact same file from another client who has WooCommerce. They don't have this particular function right here called uploads directory is unprotected notice. So if I search Control F V, you can see it doesn't exist at all. And also in the arrays section, you can see that doesn't exist as well, the variable that I showed you at the start. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. If you have any questions at all, do make sure to leave it down in the comment section below, especially if it's about WooCommerce, WordPress, or anything at all, just leave it down below. Also, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.